Still on a journey to go from part-time to full-time as an artist, but it's going slowly. The last 36 days have been me basically being ill with 2 consecutive flus. So yeah, a lot of that time has just been spent in bed or just on the sofa trying to simply recover, which has meant I've only had 6, 7, 8 days of actually being able to produce artwork. And then that's led me to just feeling like a fraud, basically. Like I'm supposed to be on a journey, but the journey is me just taking a couple of steps and then sitting down for days on end and then maybe a couple of more steps. And yeah, I'm not feeling good about it. My motivation is really at an all-time low. I think maybe just because I've been out of the sort of habit of producing anything and just feeling just super low energy every day. It's really kind of exacerbated like a bit of a motivational issue I had even before the sort of physical illness and stuff. So it's difficult. So yeah, there's a part of me now that's just thinking this whole goal is just feeling genuinely impossible. Like even if I was fit as a fiddle and happy to just work on what I need to work on day after day, I don't even know if I could get to where I need to get anyway. But the fact there's just always these setbacks, it's just starting to annoy me now. I just want to feel as though I've got a good clear stretch where the enthusiasm's there, the motivation's there. I've got something to be getting on with. I need to know that the goal is kind of solid in my mind and my vision's clear. But I don't know. I'm starting to. There's a part of me that's just sort of wondering about just giving up. But then there's the other part of me that's just waiting. It's difficult when you've had a setback to sort of get back up, because you're not only then, if you've got a goal that's sort of in the future and you've had this setback, you now have to just get to the point where you're sort of at that halfway point or at ground zero, where you can then start getting to the point where you're moving towards the goal. So it felt like the goal was to go from here to here, but I'm starting even further back than before I even begun. Yeah, it's just a difficult thing to deal with, really. So yeah, at the minute, like I say, trying to work on colouring some artwork, just to make things look a bit more pretty and rendered. Sometimes I look at my artwork and I think, would it be better to just leave it as just line art or as just sort of like a flat colour? Does the rendering add enough to make that part of the process worth it? Because for me, and I think for most people, that kind of pretty bit of polish at the end is always the part that is going to take the most time. Like the initial sketch, the drawing, laying down some flat tones, that could take 50% of the entire creation process. And then you've got another 50% on top, which is just the polish, just the rendering at the end. And I don't think that people looking at the artwork would really care that much. And they might think, oh yeah, well, I prefer it if it's rendered. It does look a bit better. It does look like a bit more effort has been put into it. But as far as just communicating an idea goes, I don't think it's necessary to even do that. So then I'm starting to wonder, am I just wasting my time? Trouble is, for me, like I've always been weaker at the drawing part of things and better at the colouring side of things. So I don't want to sort of give up that part of my game, since that's my one strength that maybe brings my artwork from being sort of subpar to at least par. But who knows? So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I've been trying to just, I don't know, I've been thinking about just trying to get better. That's all I've really been doing. So I'd love to just sort of come up with an update to say, yeah, I'm working on this is going well, and now I'm working on that's working well. But to be honest, I'm at the point where I'm starting to just work on trying to feel okay again. Like the other day, I managed to actually go climbing. So that's what I do for exercise. I gave up the gym a few years back, and yeah, it was a struggle. It really was. Like I thought, well, let's just give myself an hour. Normally, I'm at my local climbing centre for a couple of hours, trying to just get the most of it. So I was there doing my thing, did some good things, but I came home later that day and I just slept. I slept from as soon as I got in that evening until the next day. And the day after, yeah, again, got to the evening time and I'm just sleeping. So I'm still not 100%, but I'm actually quite proud of myself for doing something a bit more physical, like just getting out the house and going for a walk and trying to just get some fresh air seems like, the goal now more so than the goal of becoming the artist. So yeah, falling back, trying to just get back to step one, and that's where I'm at really at the minute. So I just felt I needed to just get that off my chest before I sort of say anything else, just to yeah, just maybe for the excuse of putting something out there and not feeling as though I'm giving up. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.